Hey, good evening. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous coming to you on Friday night just to speak words into your life that can bring hope and give you tools and techniques to help you get through the trauma of divorce, and particularly some of you this Christmas season. For many of you, this is your first year being single and being divorced and working out a co-parenting plan through the holiday seasons, or perhaps you're in the midst of all of the chaos of divorce and confusion, bewilderment, and you're trying to somehow be involved in Christmas. And so I want to talk tonight about the emotions. I know a couple weeks ago I did a little bit on that as well, but I know for many of you that can be the most difficult challenge as you're going through the holiday season, is that you are dealing with and facing all of the emotions, the sadness, the bewilderment, the confusion, the fear, all of those emotions, especially if you have children and you're dealing with this Christmas season for the first time. So I want to just speak to you a little bit about that, and I hope encourage you. And first of all, I want you to know that next Christmas season is going to be much easier than this one is. Even perhaps if this is your second or third, every year seems to get more of a routine, more of an acceptance, more of an understanding, and actually a beautiful way of celebrating in a new and special way, of new traditions and making new plans over the holidays. So let's talk just a few points today about your emotions as you go through this season. First of all, many of you are trying desperately to get away from these emotions and not to regard them, not to acknowledge them. You just want them to go away. Well, oddly, maybe unnaturally for you, I'm going to ask you to sit in your emotions and to feel what you're feeling and to give yourself the respect for what you are going through, to give your emotions a respect, to give yourself a respect, to give yourself time, maybe even to write them down, to try to understand them. What is really going on in my heart and my head right now? What is that I'm trying to make sense of? Allow yourself to feel that grief, that fear, that anger, that disappointment, whatever you're feeling, because it needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be addressed. To be able to acknowledge it is your first step in accepting it and allowing yourself to get through it. Because the only way through it is through it. And I know the temptation of wanting just to stuff it, just to disregard it. But I'm going to ask you to sit in them, to respect your own heart and mind and what you're experiencing. Sit in your emotions, not forever, but give it the respect it's due for you. So that's point number one. Point number two, allow God into this moment, into this, whatever you're feeling, whatever emotion you're feeling, once you've identified it. Maybe it's just depression or a profound sadness. Allow God into this moment. How do you do that? Well, one thing is you just ask God to enter into this moment. A simple conversation that, when given with faith, is acknowledged and honored by God. God, I am hurting right now, and I need comfort. I need to be held. I need to be given direction. And you will be amazed at your blunt honesty with God and how he responds. Maybe he'll respond in your own heart and mind. Maybe he'll respond through other people, but allow God into this moment. I hope you can do that. And if you need help with that, let's talk. Let's talk. I'd be more than happy to talk with you on that. How do I let God into this moment? How do I let God into my anger? Maybe it's just voicing or writing out exactly what those emotions are. If it's anger, write it out. Be honest about it. Don't deny it, but allow God in to the moment. And then just to note, the reason for Christmas was brokenness. The brokenness of a world that needed a savior, that needed joy and good tidings and comfort and purpose and salvation and all of the things that our hearts long for that perhaps we don't even know that they do. Christmas came for brokenness. It didn't come for, it came to give all the joy, but it didn't come because of the joy. It came because of the brokenness. So this is your season as you deal with the hurt and the emotions that you are dealing with. Christmas came for brokenness. So you don't want to stay there. You want to move forward and move out of it. And one of the ways in which you can do that is to find and list the good things in your life with gratitude. I know that even right now, in all of this chaos, in all of this confusion, there are good things in your life that can be listed and be grateful for. Maybe it's that you have something in your refrigerator, or maybe it's that you have your eyesight, or you have your health, or you have children, or you have the ability to laugh and to find outlets for laughter. Whatever it is, find and list the good things in your life with gratitude. Gratitude makes our world bigger, always. So find and list the good things in your life with gratitude. It sounds like a simple task, and many of you will say, oh, that's a good idea, but I'm not going to do it. If you do it, you're going to be amazed when you put that pen to paper, the difference other than just thinking it, but actually writing it out and thinking on it. It does something to you physically in doing that. So find those good things, write them out. Next, don't try to figure everything out right now. Just don't. The new year's coming and time is coming when you are going to need to understand more of what is happening to you. But right now in this Christmas season, give yourself a break. Don't try to figure it out. Just take deep breaths, stare at the beautiful lights, the beautiful Christmas trees, the lights that are decorated on other people's houses. Doesn't matter if you decorate it or not. Find other people's lights and go to a church service. Sit within the hymns that you are going to hear. I know this is a sad time, but it is not a time for you to be alone. If your former husband has the kids over on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, find that space where you can sit and absorb the goodness of the season, the goodness of the season, the lights, the music, friends, family. And give yourself a break, a holiday from being underneath the burden of what you're carrying right now. I hope that these will help you find a way to enjoy and even celebrate this Christmas season. The rawness that you are feeling is something that can be leveraged and used right now to mold you into a newer and a greater person. I hope you will celebrate this season in your rawness, wherever you are, and God takes you exactly where you are right now and right here. God bless you over the Christmas season. I hope you have a joyous one. Find moments of joy and celebrate, because for unto us a Savior is given, A child is born. His name is Christ the Lord. Merry Christmas, everyone.